Well, hello guys. Somebody asked me um to go a little bit more to how tricksters, Loki, any other trickster will sometimes break the laws to uphold the laws. Now, keep in mind what is a law changes, from culture to culture, even like country to country. What would be taboo in America might not be taboo somewhere else. But um best example I can give currently is like Loki, since I'm a Lokean, is my patron god. Now that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. To some people, once they find their patron, they totally stop working with everyone else. Even if other gods approach them, they won't work with another god because they figure they owe their patron their loyalty. For other people, your patron is more like I practice. They're your main god. You may serve many gods, but you work on a daily basis with your patron. But one of the things pretty much everyone agrees on is that your patron should always be foremost and get all the attention and gifts and offerings. And the very strange thing Loki has been doing with me is stepping aside and making sure Inari is getting the gifts and offerings. In fact, Loki's like, he's getting to partake, obviously, because when you make a offering, all your gods can partake. But he's breaking the law or rule that you should serve your patron first by making sure that I treat Inari with honor and respect and make sure to build this relationship with Inari. Which has been a little hard on me, I'll admit it, because I'm very much stubborn and fixed in my ways, and I've gotten used to serving Loki, and I've gotten used to having Loki as my patron, having every day with my buddy. And now it's been like Loki's been stepping back and almost shoving me towards Inari, being like, no, you're working on this relationship. And I'm like, yeah. And Loki will just shove me forward. And, it's not like he wouldn't answer me if I was like really truly needed him, but he's like, you have to build this relationship and this trust with Inari that you have with me. Because I'm in the same place with Inari now that I've been with every god I've ever worked with when they first come. This is not nice for Pagan to say, but when they first come, I absolutely can't stand them. I wish they would go away, and I do not trust them. I was raised Catholic, so I have issues. So Loki is making sure we get past that stage so that, I trust Inari. And Inari has been very foxy about it and been very, charming about it and everything else. And they know to just have patience. I don't have... No matter how long they've told me they've been here, I don't have that day-to-day interaction with them like I have with Loki. Like, Loki and I are just best buddies. And we still been spending time together every day because I would go nuts if we didn't. And he's making sure that, as my patron, he's making sure that I'm working with the god he wants me to work with right now. My personal views really don't have anything to do with it, so he's upholding the law or his position as patron by making sure I do something that I'm sure a lot of people will be like, no, 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 you can't work with anyone else. Well, if Loki tells you to, you kind of have to. You're not going to get out of it. I've told you guys before about the story about Loki threatening to break somebody's hands and then they would still draw. Yeah, he will do stuff. In fact, in the back of my mind, I wonder if the blindside accident I had yesterday where, I really didn't get hurt until like late at night and I was having like spasms of pain. And I'm completely fine this morning, by the way, thank the gods. I'm not gonna say Loki would hurt me on purpose, but he could arrange to have me have an accident where I would have to depend on Inari and have to have Inari fuss all over me, and that would totally be within Loki's realm of possibility. And again, that's another law or rule or expected thing that your patron will never let you get hurt. They will never purposely hurt you. Loki will. I don't say that to scare you, but Loki will. If it's for your own good and it's going to help you learn, he will hurt you to an extent. I don't want to scare you. It's like usually we'll just get threat. He will not have to do anything else, but you know, it's within the realm of possibility with Loki. He's not one of those, you know, kind, cuddly odds that would never do anything. So yeah, it was like, and you have to watch how you pray to Loki too. That is one thing I think I've told you guys before, but do try to be aware that he won't do anything to be cruel, but if you ask him for something, sometimes he'll take the easiest way possible. It may not be the way you like at all, so if you want something, you know, make sure you're specific. Like we say in Wicca 101, though the gods will not normally do this to make it clear. If you're going to pray for money and you're going to pray for a large sum quickly, it's common sense to say you don't want to be in an accident or you don't want anybody, you know, that could give you the money to be in an accident. It's not like the gods would do it on purpose. But sometimes the universe is like, hey, that's the quickest way possible. Here you go. Here's the money you asked for. So yeah, Loki will certainly break the laws he's supposed to uphold. A lot of his stories point to that, like how he will break something and then he will come back and he will restore the balance and he will usually make it better than it was before. So I hope that answered your questions, and I'm doing well with both of them. With Inari, we've agreed, as I've done my research, Kamidana, the like small altar, I just don't feel that's suitable for me. Especially with we've only been together like a month, 2 months formally, and it is a lot of money to invest, and really, from what I've studied, like most people are really relaxed about Shinto in Japan. It's something a lot of people will have, but it almost seems more American than it does Japanese, because, you know, you can certainly buy the kamidana in Japan and buy them at the temples, but Americans seem to be far more serious about it because we have to have all of our proper tools and kits, and we have to have the very best, especially when it comes to anything we do that's spiritual or religious. God forbid we don't have the very best. But, you know, apparently it can be a lot more casual in Japan. Really, you know, you would go to nature just like we would to work with the kami. Since Inari is considered kami of both mountain and rice fields and everything else, as he's moved, he's, you know, changed things he can do. I could go like absolutely anywhere to do my worship. I'm sorry if I sound a bit off today. I feel a bit like sleepy lately because the weather keeps going really hot and then really cold and then really hot and then really cold. It won't make up its mind. But I hope that helps you guys, and if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.